What's up, everybody? It's Josh from Blackout, and it is time for What's in the Shop Wednesday. So behind me we have a Jeep Grand Cherokee. This one's getting the fronts and the visor tinted, so the two front windows to match the back, as well as a strip across the windshield. Terrell's knocking that out. He's just about done with it. Got a full tint scheduled today and pretty much for the next week or so. Spring's starting to come. Tax returns are starting to get out there, so we're getting really busy with tint again. This Durango, I believe, is all finished up, or at least has one coat of ceramic on it, but this was here for polish and paint correction. I'm sorry, I lied. This one was here for a polish and ceramic coating. I believe this is getting a silver package. Is that accurate, Repco? Silver package on that Durango? Gold package. Okay, I lied. This one's a gold package. Over here we've got an Equinox. It's here for some WeatherTech mud flaps, so that's a quick, easy one. The truck behind John is a really cool one. So this is a Black Widow GMC Sierra. So I don't believe that's a factory package, or if it is, they still did some more stuff to it. They took the truck and sent it down south somewhere. It's an AT4 edition truck originally. So it's got the paint to match bumpers and all that good stuff. What we're doing on this is full front end protection with XPEL paint protection film. So the whole entire hood, fenders, front bumper, the grille surround area, the mirrors, and then also he added on the rocker panels and all four fender flares. So they're aftermarket flares. Those are going to have to be hand cut, custom bulk pieces. Not a problem for us. We can handle it. This is an exciting project we've been working on for a few days now. This is a Police Interceptor 2020, the first 2020 Explorer we've had in here. This is for the City of Latrobe Police Department. So we've been doing a lot with them as far as graphics are concerned. And this one, it's getting a full outfit. So it's got a light bar. It's got lights in the rear windows. It's got lights in the back window. We have these puck lights. Most of these lighting parts are from Phoenix. We did I think it's a Gamber Johnson console as well. We're doing the radio install and the controller for the lighting. We installed the push bumper. Now this is a new product, brand new from Phoenix. It's made by Rhino, but it's designed specifically to work with the Phoenix lighting. So you can see it's actually integrated into the light, like into the bar. There's LEDs in there, and all the wiring is hid inside of the push bar. So that's a really cool product we're pretty excited about. Marshall's working on a Hyundai Elantra GT up here. This one's here for window tint all the way around, as well as a remote start system. Marshall's putting the remote start in first before we take it over to the tint bay to do that. Marshall's sleeping on the job again. This 4Runner's here from the dealership, and it got full front end protection as well with XPEL. So the entire hood, grille, all of these black chrome pieces, as well as the painted parts of the bumper, the fenders, the fender flares, and the mirror caps, all protected with XPEL Ultimate Paint Protection Film to help stop rock chips and scratches, just like that truck's going to have. Our Harley Davidson is back. So this is the same Harley that was here for a little while. The owner didn't care too much how quickly he got it back because it is, of course, winter here. But we didn't paint. We had a good friend of ours paint the front fairing and the fender. There were some rock chips on there already, and the gentleman wanted to get those taken care of before we wrapped it with paint protection film. So we're going to do XPEL on this piece and on the fender, as well as a bunch of other parts around the bike. What we're waiting on now is the pinstriping. So this bike had a pinstripe done custom by somebody local, and we have a call into him, waiting for him to come back to pinstripe the bike before we can put the film on top of it. So we'll go out back. We've got a Bmw X3, I believe. This one's sitting here ready to go. It's on deck for ceramic coating. It's prepped. We just had to pull it out while we're moving some cars around here. So that's what's going on with that. We've got a Hyundai Palisade. So we had two Tellurides here yesterday and the Palisade. These things are getting really popular. If you're not familiar with these cars, they're like entry-level price point for a big SUV. They're like 40, 50,000, but they have all the bells and whistles that most of the Escalades and vehicles a lot more expensive than that do. So pretty cool cars. Neat concept. They look good. But this one's here for a remote start system. It's already done, as well as a Sirius satellite radio integration. So I guess, I don't know if they all don't come with Sirius, but this particular one did not have Sirius capability. It did have a big screen though, so we were able to integrate that into the screen, and now they can enjoy Sirius in their new Palisade. And Justin's ZR1 is still sitting out here right now. Again, we are just moving some cars around, so that's why it's out. But this got a full wrap with paint protection film. It is done. We just need to ceramic coat it now before the auto show, which is starting next week. Please make sure you come check out the cars we have on display at the Pittsburgh Auto Show. It's going to be a really, really awesome display. All right, we've got the Escalade V. It's back for another cleanup. Ed likes to keep his cars very clean, so we're always on top of that for him. Looks like Unity Township, Whitney Hostetter brought us in an emergency vehicle. There's something going on with this where something is draining the battery. We didn't install any equipment on it, but we're gonna take a look at it and see what we can figure out. Hopefully we can solve their battery issue. As we walk around the front of the building, we've got a Toyota Tundra. This one's here for just a visor across the top of the windshield. Like I said, we have a constant schedule of window tint. It's in, it's out. We're doing little projects, big projects, you name it. We're working on them. And around front, I think the only thing that's out here, yep, is my Hellcat. So that's here today because it is filthy. Dean had to take my truck to a job last week, and I had to drive this thing around when there was salt and snow on the road. So it's in for a full detail show car prep, basically, because we're taking this to the auto show. So in addition to the 3 cars that we will have there, we are also going to have this that we're going to be doing demos on. So we're probably going to be installing paint protection film on the fender or something on the front end, just to sort of show everybody how it's done and what we can do with paint protection film. And last but not least, we're going to go back inside. I'm going to show you the most exciting car in the garage today. This is a brand new, or new body style, I guess I should say, Ford GT. It's not brand new. It's a couple years old. The people that buy them originally had to sign an agreement with Ford to keep it for like a year or two. John Cena violated that, and I think Ford sued him at one point. So this car actually did belong to a famous person at one point. I'm not going to tell you who, but now one of our customers bought it. Really excited to get the chance to work on this. So it already is fully wrapped with some type of paint protection film. I believe it's XPEL according to the owner, but not positive on that. What we're doing is touching it up. So anytime you do a full wrap, there's usually parts that aren't perfect or an edge that lifts later on or something like that. That's pretty typical, mostly because you're trying to get as most coverage as humanly possible. This one has those same type of issues. So there's a couple edges where maybe they forgot to wrap it around all the way, or we need to trim something up, or maybe we need to redo a couple small pieces. But overall, whoever wrapped it did a really, really great job, and it looks awesome. So we're going to touch it up, then we're going to ceramic coat the car. We're going to do a wheels off ceramic coat. So we're going to pull those, coat the calipers, coat the inside barrel of the wheels. We're also going to tint the windows. And this car will definitely be on display at the auto show with us, as well as Justin's ZR1 and a brand new Dodge Demon and the Hellcat, which we're going to be doing demos on. So make sure you stop in, check out our work, check out the cars. But look at this thing. These are selling for well over $1 million usually at auction. Doors go up, which is fantastic. Carbon fiber everywhere. The whole shell of the door, the whole interior door panel is carbon fiber. In fact, I just realized this piece actually has paint protection film on it also. So a lot of people don't realize we can protect interiors of cars with paint protection film. In fact, XPEL just came out with a whole new line of film specifically for that. It's a little bit thinner, so it's a little bit easier to install and stretch around curves. And we now have kits or pre-cut patterns for interiors. So not just on Ford GTs, that's on a lot of cars. You can see this is all carbon, all exposed raw carbon. This is protected with film as well. It's got blue Alcantara on the whole dashboard. All your controls are on the steering wheel. There's even carbon fiber, like the whole floor, the whole cockpit really is made of carbon. So really, really cool. That's all we have going on here in the shop on Wednesday. Make sure you check out videos. I'm sure we'll do one on this, and definitely on the Black Widow CR as well. Thank you very much for watching. We hope you enjoyed seeing what's going on here at Blackout.